beaten West Ham United by 3-0, and neither side has made a change. So Alisson in goal, Gomez, Van Dijk, Konate and Kirkes, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Ekitike and Gakpo. And for West Ham, Hermansen in goal, back four of Wan-Bissaka, Mavropanos, Disasi and Malik Diouf, Magassa, Souček, Fernandes, Bowen, Castellanos and Somerville. Stephen Warnock.
Yeah, no pies at half-time, but your new chocolate bar, the Skinny Whip. Care to elaborate?
No. Other bars are available.
Of course they are.
Here is Gravenberch to Kirkes. What is this, open season all of a sudden? Ekitike towards Konate. I was generous, at least I gave you one. Team player. Here is Gomez, forward and then towards Szoboszlai. Still the blue skies and the sun shining, but it's only now in a quarter of the field as we look from our lofty position here in the main stand, right of the halfway line. So as West Ham attack that Anfield Road end, the side where their supporters are, and in fact they didn't appear, so the offer for the pies after all wasn't such a good deal because they actually haven't returned. There are, clear to see, a lot of empty seats in the West Ham end. And so, as a result, they've decided to head back south. Motherwell 2, Dundee United 0, and West Ham get the ball away, and there's been another goal at Doncaster in League One. Rob Law.
And yet more comfort for Cardiff City. They are 2-0 up at Doncaster. Dylan Lawler involved again from one end of the pitch to the other to finish coolly. It's Doncaster 0, Cardiff 2.
Remember, Lincoln City second in the table were leading Blackpool by 8-0. Earlier, Leyton Orient 1, Barnsley 3. That was their first win in 9 away from home for Barnsley, and Northampton 1, Peterborough 1 was the result. In League 2, the results: Cambridge 1, MK Dons 1, Shrewsbury 1, Walsall 2, first win in 8, and Swindon held at home by Bristol Rovers 1-1. Here is Bowen running forward, attacking the Kop on this near side, tries to go the long way round, goes to his feet, gets back to his feet, but there is Van Dijk to sweep the ball away up towards Ekitike with a goal and assist to his name already. He loses the ball, Bowen digs it back to Mavropanos, and 2 minutes into the second half, I mean, that third goal just before the break is a killer blow as far as West Ham are concerned. As here is Bowen to Fernandes. Fernandes sends over the cross. Konate brushes off the top of his head. Malik Diouf drives it back in, and Souček throws himself at it. And inside the 6-yard box, Souček gets West Ham United on the score sheet and gives them faint hope. Liverpool 3, West Ham 1.
Well, we said in the first half they were dangerous, West Ham, and they've hurt Liverpool. Liverpool have been fortunate in that first half, and it was a strange one. This is going to go to VAR because Jarrod Bowen looks like he's just playing right on the edge as he receives the ball on the right-hand side down in front of us, but they don't deal with the ball in. Konate doesn't deal with it. Diouf, he lashes a ball back across the 6-yard line, and Souček, he's done it so many times in his West Ham career. He arrives on time, and it's a very important goal. And could it just swing in their favour? Could they get a little bit of momentum? The West Ham players are asking the question now, why is it going to VAR? But it was that first initial ball out to Jarrod Bowen where he was potentially offside down in front of us.
Did Liverpool's defence have enough time to reset, do you feel?
No, I don't. No, I'd say no, I wouldn't, because I think that the speed in which it happened, I think that this is the one day, we're just seeing it on our screens, but after seeing the goal away at Nottingham Forest last week for Liverpool, I think everyone thought that was offside, and then you miss a player or you miss the line ever so slightly, you misjudge it. This is going to be very, very close.
The goal stands. And West Ham United have reduced the arrears. There was no offside offence after VAR had the check. Liverpool 3, West Ham United 1. But there's been another goal at Turf Moor, Masfarouki.
And the fight back could be on here. Jadon Anthony's right-footed shot took a deflection, but it beat the keeper. It's Burnley 2, Brentford 3.
So they were 3-0 down at one stage. West Ham United here just got it to 3-1. It was funny, you know, because Liverpool, there was never a sense of any danger after it brushed off the head of Konate.
Yeah, I just feel like Liverpool fans felt like Konate should have done better with it. He almost misjudged the flight of the ball, but I think the interesting thing was that first half wasn't a 3-0 game. I'm just laughing dead on watching all the West Ham fans start to trickle back in. They're starting to reappear, and you can see all the West Ham fans as if to say, "You've just missed a goal, you know. We're back in this."
6 minutes into the second half. Tell you what, the next goal will be very interesting. Ekitike. Because if West Ham can get a second, there were flashes in that first half, but here is Salah. Salah central position to Gravenberch. A strange sort of game. Gravenberch then passes the ball away. I wouldn't say that Liverpool have been entirely convincing, would you?
No, not at all. I think West Ham have showed their capability. They've showed what they're capable of doing. Liverpool have been sloppy, and essentially 2 of the goals have come from set pieces. I know the McAllister one's an extremely good finish, and you have to say the quality in for the set pieces has been good. They haven't cut West Ham open all too many times, Liverpool.
Oldham Athletic 2, Crawley Town 0 is the latest score in League 2. West Ham, who've had just 3 wins in 63 top-flight visits to Liverpool. And indeed, it's only 1 win in their last 58 since 1963. So it has been far from a happy hunting ground. As here is Wan-Bissaka. Ball inside, goes behind Soucek and straight towards Gravenberch, who hits it early and hits it forward to Ekitike. Ekitike in the area, crosses the ball, and behind Szoboszlai. Groans of frustration from the Liverpool supporters.
Well, if anyone were getting the ball, you'd think we'll take it on in a 1v1 situation. It'd be Ekitike. Brilliant ball from Gravenberch to spray it into his path, and you're thinking, just hit it. This time I'll be delighted that he never.
Here is Gakpo, threads it through. Szoboszlai left-hand side with the cross. Ekitike with his back to goal. Gravenberch forward. Gomez in support. Salah wide right of the penalty area. Salah holds on to the ball. Gomez makes the run behind the Egyptian. Here is Mo Salah, but he's been forced away from the penalty area. And now here is McAllister. McAllister with a diagonal ball out towards Gomez, blocked by Malik Diouf. And it goes out for a throw to Liverpool. Update from Newcastle, Lee Blakeman.
Newcastle 1, Everton 2, but we've just had a VAR check for a penalty. Beto brought down edge of the area by Hall. Long check. Myself and James McFadden next to me both looked at each other. We thought it was. Wasn't given though by VAR. Newcastle 1, Everton 2.
Match of the day tonight, BBC 1, 10:30. Brentford, who are 3-0 up, now only lead Burnley 3-2 at Turf Moor. Earlier it finished Bournemouth 1, Sunderland 1. Throw comes in from Gomez, bounces all its way through! He's put it wide, Gakpo. Totally unmarked, inside the 6-yard box, far post. And left-footed, he's placed it wide.
That's a shank. He shins it. He gets it so wrong, Cody Gakpo. He loves his right foot so much, but this falls to his left. And it's a simple opportunity. He's on the 6-yard box. It's a simple chance for him. And he literally shins it out of play. It's horrible from Cody Gakpo. It should be 4-1.
It's strange, isn't it, as the ball is given away cheaply at the back by Disasi, up towards Ekitike. Ekitike nudges it past Hermanson, goes to ground. Referee Tim Robinson has a look, has a good view of it and says no penalty. VAR will have a look, of course, back at Stockley Park as Malik Diouf tries to release Somerville, gets a second chance to do something with it, and this time passes the ball in field. Falkirk 4, Kilmarnock 1. We're saying Liverpool haven't been totally convincing, yet they could have had 4 or 5 goals.
They could have been more prolific here. I'm just seeing the incident again on our monitors. Ekitike knocks the ball round Mavropanos, then he goes towards the goalkeeper, Hermanson. Hermanson puts a foot out, just seeing if there's any contact or whether it is a dive. It's a dive from Ekitike. He wants that initial contact. Again, another one. It's simulation, should be booked.
Incidentally, Gakpo has just been booked, which I can only imagine is for dissent from referee Tim Robinson. Mansfield 2, Wimbledon 2. Wimbledon for a second time have equalised. The ball from Fernandez. Gakpo there barged into the back of Soucek. I meant to say this actually in the first half. Tim Robinson, the referee. Chris Kavanagh is back involved. He was given last week off after his controversial performance between Villa and Newcastle in the FA Cup, and he will actually be in charge of Manchester United Crystal Palace tomorrow, the man in the middle at Old Trafford. We'll have commentary of that here on 5 Live from 2 after the Old Firm, but he is the 4th official here at Anfield. In fact, yeah, it was for pushing and pulling the opponent, wasn't it? For
Gakpo pulled the shirt. That was what the yellow card was for. The player just got away from him. I think it was Fernandez who got beyond Gakpo. Little pull of the shirt. Correct decision to award him a yellow card.
Stephen Warnock, the former Liverpool and England international, who's with us here at Anfield, where it is Liverpool 3, West Ham United 1. Commentary to come from Ellen Rowe. We'll be getting the team news in around 15 minutes' time. As Magassa out towards Malik Diouf. His cross is too deep. Feels all the way out into the Kop. Another goal in the League One game between Doncaster and the leaders Cardiff. Rob Law.
And it must have been some half-time team talk by Cardiff boss Brian Barry Murphy, because it's now 3-0 to Cardiff City at Doncaster. Cross into the box. Jamie Sterry was there to try and defend, but bundling in was Keenan Ashford to stab the ball home. It's Doncaster 0, Cardiff 3.
In fact, we'll be getting the team news from Ellen Road a little bit sooner than I'd previously advertised. As Stevenage 2, Stockport County 1 is the latest score. Bromley 2, Accrington Stanley 1. And that is it. We're up to date with the goals as they go in, but we are hearing there is no Erling Haaland. He is not involved at Ellen Road. Manchester City start that game against Leeds United 5 points behind Arsenal. Arsenal-Chelsea live tomorrow, also on 4:30. We've got 8 commentaries for you this weekend. Told you about that goal at Bromley. Details of it now, Samashu.
Yeah, league leaders back in front thanks to another Michael Cheek penalty, his 16th goal of this season. That was after Idris Olateo was brought down in the box by Dave Abimbola. Bromley 2, Accrington 1.
Just short of the hour mark then here at Anfield. What do you make of the start of the second half, Stephen?
Well, it's been all West Ham. The quality from West Ham's been better. However, Liverpool probably could have scored a couple of goals, and that's the way the game's been. West Ham have created problems for Liverpool, been better going forward, but defensively they look very suspect. And equally, you could say the same about Liverpool, but goals change games, and there's a belief now in West Ham that they can get something out of this.
Salah just tries to guide a header infield to Gakpo, who's gone into a central area at the moment. Ekitike has gone to the left as it currently stands. Liverpool are attacking the Anfield Road end. Hermanson clears it, despite Gakpo continuing to chase after him to close him down. It'll be a Liverpool throw. The ball handed to Kerkez by Nuno Espirito Santo. As here is Szoboszlai. Back with Alisson. Alisson to Konate. Had to be alert because Somerville was closing him down. Chips it across to Szoboszlai. Plays it forward. Kerkez gives it to Bowen. Bowen's forward ball to Souček. Surrounded by 3 red shirts. They hunt in packs and they win the ball. McAllister, unfortunate, struck the heels of Ekitike, and in fact there was a foul then on a West Ham player, and it'll be a free kick to West Ham United as Sheffield Wednesday have got a goal back. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Southampton 2, and the team news from Ellen Rowe. John Murray.
Well, as you mentioned, Ian, the news here is no Erling Haaland for Manchester City, not in the team, not on the bench. The talk is of a knee problem that is being managed, but we'll wait until we hear more from Pep Guardiola on that, who will be speaking before kick-off. Leeds United are unchanged, and just the one change for Manchester City with Shirky coming in for Haaland.
Paul Robinson alongside John, commentary at 5:30, Falkirk 5, Kilmarnock 1. The latest score in the Scottish Premiership. News of that Sheffield Wednesday goal at Hillsborough, Adam Cottier.
Just a 3rd goal in 12 games for Sheffield Wednesday, headed into the net following a corner by Jerry Yates. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Southampton 2.
Well, that early goal at the start of the second half from Souček certainly means that we've got a little bit more interest than we might have thought at half-time.
Yeah, sometimes when we're working on a game and we're commentating, we're thinking, well, 3-0 at half-time, it's going to be a dead rubber in the second half. Well, certainly not. It's end-to-end.
Here is Ekitike for Liverpool. Kerkez behind him on the overlap. Inside the penalty area, down by the byline. Delivers the cross towards the far post. Cleared away left-footed by Malik Diouf. Wigan Athletic lead Huddersfield Town by a goal to 0 as Van Dijk heads that bouncing ball forward. Helped on by Kerkez with a back header. Wan-Bissaka tussling with Ekitike. Clearly holding Ekitike, but gets his header towards Bowen. Tight passing from West Ham. They try to get themselves out of that situation, and now Castellanos passes the ball towards Magassa, but Magassa just didn't have the pace to get there. It was like treading water. And here is Szoboszlai, who towards Alisson had to play that first time because of Somerville. Liverpool have given the ball away to Nate, and West Ham seizing on that, but then they can't keep the ball either. All rather scrappy. Liverpool 3, West Ham 1. Szoboszlai and Kerkez now come forward. Kerkez, a little hesitant. His ball easily intercepted by Malik Diouf. It'll cannon away off his shins, and Malik Diouf with his pace will try and get there. And Konate has to slide to touch the ball out of play for a throw.
Well, if anyone watched the game against Nottingham Forest and thought the passing was poor, wait until you see the passing in this second half. It's been abysmal from Liverpool, it really has. They can't find a shirt. You can hear the anxiety around the stadium every time there's a pass incompleted.
They get a corner kick, but before that corner kick there's been a goal at Turf Moor. Maz Faruqi.
This place is absolutely bouncing. 3-3. Zion Fleming with the equaliser for Burnley. They were trailing 3-0 35 minutes into this match, and it's now Burnley 3, Brentford 3.
Incredible fight back from Scott Parker's side. Exeter City 0, Bolton Wanderers 2 as the latest score in League One. Bolton Wanderers still looking to try and put some pressure on the top two, who are both leading, Lincoln and the leaders Cardiff. West Ham, who are 3-1 down, trying to stage a fight back of their own. Somerville, it's a high corner, drops inside the penalty area, headed out by an onrushing Van Dijk. 62 minutes play. Here is Wan-Bissaka inside the centre circle. Out then to Malik Diouf. He's going to whip this ball in from that left-hand side, and Alisson right down his throat with a confident and comfortable take with both hands. We go back to Newcastle, Lee Blakeman.
So close to an equaliser, still Newcastle 1, Everton 2. Gordon this time in from the right, left foot, 14 yards out, fierce shot, well saved Pickford. Newcastle 1, Everton 2.
Meanwhile, Gomez sent over a cross, caught by Hermanson. You're right, Stephen, it's end-to-end.
Oh, it's a basketball game, absolute end-to-end stuff from both teams, lacking in quality at times in the final third, but it's making for good viewing anyway.
I'm struck by what you said in the first half, you know, that Liverpool, but this wouldn't have happened last season. Liverpool don't seem to have any control in this game.
No, they don't have that control as to hold players in the midfield area, stop counter-attacks, to be able to almost just take control of the game on the ball. We talked about the passing ability. Last year they just retained the ball so well in those central areas. This year they can't do it. They can't string passes together. It's almost like a lack of trust beyond when they're passing the ball to each other.
63 minutes played. Liverpool travel to Wolves on Tuesday. It's an 8:15 kick-off. You'll hear it live on BBC Radio 5 Live, as every game next week in the Premier League we will have covered for you. Mavropanos, forward ball towards Bowen, holds off Kerkez.
I hope they have pie deals there, Dado.
Here is Somerville. Somerville running forward, man over is Malik Diouf. He's forced a fraction out wide, still controls the ball, sends over a curling cross. It's a deep one. Wan-Bissaka though will retrieve it, pulls the ball back towards Magassa. Magassa now with a cross, headed out by McAllister, fired back in by Fernandes, took a deflection, and then Alisson made the save.
Really good hands from Alisson, because he had to make sure he held the ball, because if he doesn't, he had a couple of players, Castellanos and Jared Bowen, running in on top of him, waiting for anything to spill out. But they're struggling here, Liverpool. They can't get close to players. West Ham players have got far too much time on the ball to pick out players, to pick out shots and crosses. You can just sense that they need to do something here, Liverpool, whether it's a change personnel or tactics.
Yeah, at the minute there are substitutes warming up, but no sign of anybody coming on from Arne Slot, who watches on. Somerville coming forward. Fernandes, his ball cut out by Konate, and then Fernandes literally throws McAllister to the floor. Referee plays the advantage. Szoboszlai comes forward with the ball. Out towards Salah. Salah cuts inside. Still going Salah. Into the deep. Shoots! Off target, goal kick. Still Liverpool lead by 3-1. Barnet 1, Chesterfield 0 is the latest score in League 2. Chesterfield, who are unbeaten in 6.
Just keeping an eye on referee Tim Robbins there, going across to Fernandes, just having a little quiet word with him. I like him. He's got such a nasty streak in him. He's quite nasty in that midfield area, but give him the ball. Wow, he can play as well. He's a good player.
Back to Newcastle, Lee Blakeman.
Everton have hit the bar. Beto went through on goal, 1-on-1, just the goalkeeper to beat it. It came back off the crossbar. Here go Newcastle down the other end, looking for Gordon. Can't quite get there at the back post. This is brilliant, this. Newcastle 1, Everton 2.
Well, it looks like top 5 will get Champions League qualification for next season. Then Liverpool would move level with Manchester United on 48 points with a victory here today in pursuit of that. As Kirkes with a throw down the left-hand side, headed out by Mavropanos. Bradford City are leading Reading by a 1-0. Bradford City, who were 4th this morning, are a 1-0. That is Reading are one of their pursuers, actually, in their quest for a playoff position. Remember, the top 2, though, are well clear. Cardiff and Lincoln, and both still lead. Gakpo with a throw, from the throw. Back touches it towards Gravenberch, just pulled back by Somerville. And referee Tim Robinson will give the free kick. Gravenberch has stayed down. Still the home team lead by 3-1. Leeds United, Manchester City commentary to come at 5:30. Remember tomorrow, Rangers Celtic from midday, Manchester United Palace from 2, Arsenal Chelsea at 4:30. The games at Fulham and Brighton on Sports Extra 2. Sports Extra and Sports Extra 2 respectively. Approaching the midway point, here is Van Dijk. Hoists it high. Out towards Salah. Malik Diouf deals with it. Senegal international clears downfield, runs out of play for a Liverpool throw. And still, neither side is looking at making a change.
No, he hasn't had the effect again today, Salah, hasn't he? Doesn't really look too dangerous. Diouf's dealt with him relatively well. Another problem for Liverpool, throwing a ball right across the pitch, and West Ham now pinch it back and they're on the attack.
Here is Ekatike. Certainly doesn't feel secure, this lead for Liverpool, despite the fact that they have a 2-goal cushion, 3-1. There's 2 balls on the pitch.
He's going to get booked now, Castellanos. What is he doing?
He picked up a loose ball and tossed it in the direction of the back of Ekatike. He was fortunate to get away with a yellow earlier for a blatant dive. Tim Robinson just has a friendly word with him. And Liverpool come forward with Konate. Almost the entirety now of the pitch is in the shadows. There is only a faint sunshine on that far side, as those in the top tier of the Anfield Road end away towards our left are now still having the sun direct in their faces, as here is Alisson, all in green in front of the Kop. It's going to go long, right-footed, towards Salah. Disassi, downward header, then played back by Malik Diouf towards his goalkeeper Hermansen. So midway through the second half, Liverpool 3, West Ham United 1. Fernandes, because he swept it early and first time went straight through towards Konate. Here is Szoboszlai, away from Soucek. Gravenberch, Ekatike has dropped off, collects the ball now. Gomez joins the attack right-hand side. Sliding Somerville will concede the corner kick. Corner kick to Liverpool, far side the right, they lead 3-1.
Yeah, he works hard, Somerville. Does his defensive duties extremely well. He's dangerous when he gets the ball, but when you're down at the bottom of the league and you're away from home and against Liverpool, you need players who are going to dig in, dig deep as well. He's certainly trying his best for his team today.
The goal actually against Queen's Park Rangers sparked a little bit of a goal flurry. He had gone 28 Premier League games without a goal. He's now scored 4 in his last 6. He's been busy, he's been industrious, but he's now got to do some defensive duties to keep an eye on Szoboszlai. As the corner kick from Salah is delivered far side the right, and Disassi helps out his goalkeeper to head the ball away. He was floundering at that, was Hermansen. Exeter City have got a goal back. Exeter 1, Bolton Wanderers 2 in League 1. Kirkes delivers the cross, blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Falls now towards Gravenberch. West Ham don't come too far out of their defensive positions. Here now is McAllister, short forward ball. Ekatike, left corner of the penalty area. Gakpo provides the width, comes onto the ball now, enters the area. Gakpo shoots with the aid of a deflection. Cody Gakpo gets the 4th goal, and the 200 goals are up for Arne Slot. They lead West Ham by 4-1, and surely that will be that for Liverpool, and West Ham still in trouble.
Huge sign of relief around Anfield because they know how important that goal is and could be. It's been tough since West Ham got the goal in this second half, but Gakpo on that left-hand side I just don't understand what Wan-Bissaka's doing. As Gakpo picks the ball up, he backs off, and I'm thinking, you have to show him the line. You cannot show him inside. He shows him inside. He allows him to come in and on that right foot. As he shoots, it takes a little deflection of Thomas Soucek, and it just goes past the goalkeeper. He doesn't stand a chance of getting anywhere near it. There's just no pressure on Cody Gakpo at all. Liverpool won't care. He found themselves 4-1 ahead.
So a double century of goals for Arne Slot, and for another Dutchman, he nears a half century. That was goal 49 for Cody Gakpo since he arrived from PSV. Dundee 2, Hibs 1 is the latest score in the Scottish Premiership. Burnley-Brentford, 6 goals for Maz Faruqi this afternoon.
A completely different Burnley team in this second half. Leslie Ugo Chukwu on as a sub in this second half with a good opportunity. Tight angle from the left, running onto the ball in the area. Burnley look the side more likely to go on and win this match now, which is incredible to say. Burnley 3, Brentford 3.
Well, still keeps alive their extremely faint hopes of getting out of trouble. That point would take them to 20. They would be 7 points behind Forest, who go to Brighton and Hove Albion tomorrow. Queen's Park Rangers have got a goal back. QPR 1, Sheffield United 2 is the latest score in the Championship. 3-3 at Turf Moor then. Newcastle 1, Everton 2. And it is 4-1 here to Liverpool. Just gone 4:30. In an hour's time, we'll be across the Pennines at Ellen Road. But before that, we've got Sports Report here on 5 Live. We'll bring you as much results and reaction as we can with Mark Chapman as the ball is cleared long by Disasi. And Van Dijk was adjudged to have been fouled by Castellanos. Free kick to Liverpool. Stephen.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on what was going on the Liverpool bench. It looked like Ngamo was called back, and then he just wandered down the tunnel. So whether he's being told that he might be coming on and he's just going for a little toilet stop beforehand, but it does look like West Ham are looking to make a change or two.
Adama Traore is one of the players who's going to be coming on, reunited with Nuno Espirito Santo from his time at Wolves, signed for £1 million from Fulham in January, a deal that runs till the end of the season with an option to extend it. So Adama Traore getting his final instructions. He's asking a lot now for West Ham with 17 minutes remaining. As now Kirkes linking up with Ekatike. He's overrun that, and Soucek running back in his penalty area. Tidies up back towards his goalkeeper, who scoops it out back towards Bowen, and Bowen just volleys the ball away. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Southampton 3. So Southampton have got a third goal in South Yorkshire as Canate running back under pressure from Castellanos, and there was a trip there by Castellanos on Canate, and that will be a free kick. So it means that West Ham are looking at 11. They'll have lost 11 visits now to Anfield in all competitions, and the aggregate score would be 9 in favour, and against would be 34.
Well, fair play to the West Ham fans for coming, because you'd have to think, well, what's the point in making the journey? But I think that there have been parts of the game today where they were thinking, we can get at Liverpool, we can get something out of this game, but yeah, they've let themselves down.
Well, of course, you can have your say. 606 at 7:30. Aaron Paul and Chris Sutton. 08085 693. Lee Unlove has been sent off for Notts County. As here is Somerville. Somerville forces a save out of Allison. He's never given up all day, Somerville. It's a left-footed, tipped over by Allison. It was a good save as well. Corner kick for West Ham. Goal at Portman Road. Emily Herbert.
Ipswich 3, Swansea 0. George Hurst to tap in after Davis done all the work, pickpocketed the defender on the edge of the box, pinged it in and met the outstretched leg of Hurst. 15 to go. Ipswich 3, Swansea 0.
Should just say as well, it is still Notts County 0, Grimsby 0, with Notts County down to 10 men. This morning, you know, the top 5 in League 2 were separated by just 4 points. Bowen with a corner kick, it's an in-swinger, far post, in! Castellanos at the far post, despite the best efforts of Allison. And West Ham will not give up. Liverpool 4, West Ham United 2.
Well, it looked so uncomfortable, Allison, as this corner came in. He was grappling with one of the West Ham players in front of him. He wasn't comfortable at all. He tried to get at the ball, he backed off, and then Castellanos found himself free at the back post. Not the easiest of headers as it bounces right in front of him. He manages to lift it over the head of Ryan Gravenberg. Really smart finish from Castellanos. They get themselves another goal here at Anfield.
Exeter 1, Bolton Wanderers 3, and you're up to date with the goals as they go in. Let's just hear about that Southampton third from Adam Cottier.
Scored by Taylor Harwood-Bellis, a left-footed finish following a corner. Sheffield Wednesday have been spirited but can't deal with set pieces. 3-1 to Southampton.
Traore has come on to replace Magassa. Liverpool are going to make a change. Jeremy Frimpong, who's missed the last 5 games, is going to be coming on. And Undamoa is the other player who's going to be coming on. He was actually one of the bright sparks of that unconvincing performance at the City Ground with a cameo appearance when he came off the bench last week.
Yeah, well, he was the one who beat the player in the 1v1 situation, wasn't it? I think it was Nico Williams. He took on that right-hand side and got to the byline, dinked a lovely ball into the back post area. I think Ekatike should have scored and McAllister got the resulting goal. But yeah, it's an interesting one with Undamoa. He wants more game time. He feels like he should be getting more game time. I'm saying now, a little bit more, week in, week out, start to mature as a player.
This is his 10th appearance off the bench in the Premier League. The teenager is yet to start in the top flight. As he comes on, Frimpong comes on, and the players to depart were Joe Gomez and Hugo Ekatike. Liverpool lead by 4 goals to 2. Elsewhere, Burnley 3, Brentford 3, Newcastle 1, Everton 2. Earlier it finished Bournemouth 1, Sunderland 1. We'll get an update from St James's Park, Lee Blakeman.
Newcastle continue to push for an equaliser. Barnes, he's just put one over the bar from 14 yards. Willock's cleared the bar from the edge of the area. Wissers just come on, 13 to go. Newcastle 1, Everton 2.
Commentary live on Sports Extra. Livingston have equalised at home to St Mirren. 1-1. Crew 1, Tranmere 1 is the latest at Cresty Road. Fernandes comes forward. Fernandes turns, rolls the ball out towards Bowen. 13 minutes remaining. Bowen with the cross. The committed shirts forward at West Ham. Here is Souček. Souček with the drive. Off target, goal kick. And all of a sudden we're back in that position again where there is still that air of uncertainty around Anfield.
Yeah, they're so uncomfortable, the Liverpool fans, with what they're watching. They're all frustrated with Cody Gakpo as Souček pulled the ball down, didn't even close him down, allowed him to turn, get a shot in at goal. Luckily for Liverpool, it was wild from Souček. But there is that feeling again that West Ham will go at this Liverpool team, and it's how they deal with it.
Exeter 1, Bolton Wanderers 4, Bolton third in League One. Lincoln City have got a second goal at home to Blackpool. They now lead 2-0 at Sinsel Bank. As Salah picks it up, Szoboszlai back inside. Gakpo steadies himself, shot blocked. He had Salah to his side. Now he finds the Egyptian inside right channel of the penalty area. Crowded out by the West Ham shirts. Salah attacking the Anfield Road end. Just over 10 minutes remaining here in Anfield. They lead by 4 goals to 2. Frimpong tries to wriggle away. Gets a free kick, right-hand side of the area, caught by Somerville. We'll rattle through all the latest scores in all the divisions between now and full time. Then it's Sports Report at 5, and then at 5:30, Leeds United, Manchester City. Commentary, John Murray and Paul Robinson. We'll quickly get that second goal at Lincoln, Mark Webber.
Yeah, 2-0 up, a gifted goal by Blackpool to Lincoln's Rob Street. Got the ball on the edge of the area, just waltzed in and struck it home to make it Lincoln 2, Blackpool 0.
Hearts are still leading Aberdeen by a goal to 0. They will be 7 points clear of Rangers. They will be 9 ahead of Celtic. The Old Firm tomorrow, live on 5 Live from midday. Elsewhere in the Scottish Premiership, Dundee 2, Hibs 1. Falkirk 5, Kilmarnock 1. And Livingston bottom of the table 1, St Mirren 1, and Motherwell lead Dundee United by 2 goals to 0. Latest scores in League 2, League 1 and the Championship to come. Liverpool lead 4-2, all in red. They have a free kick about 6-7 yards up from the byline.
I don't know if you saw there, Somerville picked up a yellow card for that foul on Frimpong. So I thought it was a little bit harsh, but the referee felt it was in a position where Frimpong had just got beyond Somerville, so he felt like he had to give him that yellow card. Spoke to him for a couple of minutes about it.
The ever-watchful Stephen Warnock as Salah delivers the free kick and caught by Hermansen. Now remember, Brentford were 3-0 up at Burnley. Burnley got it back. There's just been a 7th goal of the afternoon. Who to? Masfaruki.
And it's gone to Burnley. They lead this afternoon for the first time. It's a second goal of the afternoon for Zian Fleming as well. He attacked it just cannot believe what is happening as he watches on the touchline. Burnley 4, Brentford 3.
Well, that is incredible. That would take Burnley to 22 points. They would then be within 5 of Nottingham Forest.
No pressure on the match of the day tonight. Surely that's got to be number one.
Well, we'll find out at 10:30. Here is Somerville. Somerville gets the ball back. Somerville just over the top as he jinked his way to the penalty area. Couldn't keep the right-footed shot down. That would have set up a very exciting final 9 minutes. Talking of excitement, Hearts at the top of the Scottish Premiership. Conor McLaughlin.
And they're edging closer to extending the lead over Rangers to 7 points, but it's getting spicy. Nicky Devlin and Jamie McCart coming together. McCart's back on his feet and back playing. Devlin had to go off and was brandished a yellow card for his trouble on his way to the bench. Dylan Lobbins on for him. Still just 1 goal in it, 81 minutes on the clock.
Colchester United 0, Salford City 1 is the latest score in League 2. I'll give you the League 2 scores in a moment, but here is Kirkes over the halfway line as Liverpool play from right to left. Leaves it now to Ungamoa. Comes inside away from Traore. Passes the ball now towards Gravenberch. Gravenberch with the shot! And he's just pulled it wide, right-footed from distance. Hermanson at full stretch, out for a goal kick. So the results earlier, Cambridge 1, MK Dons 1, Shrewsbury 1, Walsall 2, and Swindon 1, Bristol Rovers 1. These are the latest scores in League 2. Barnet lead Chesterfield by 1-0. That could be the end of their 6-game unbeaten run. Barrow 0, Gillingham 0. Bromley the leaders 2. Accrington Stanley 1. They were down to 10 men after 14 minutes. Colchester 0, Salford 1 we just told you about. Crewe 1, Tranmere 1. Fleetwood Town 0. Bottom of the table Newport County 0. As Gakpo picks up the ball, looks for a sliding pass. Ungamoa is onto it. Salah wants it, and instead it takes a deflection, and Ungamoa, but it'll go down as an own goal. It'll go down as an own goal, I'm sure, as Liverpool have got the 5th goal. It was actually Frimpong, wasn't it, who was running away, but that will surely end any sign of a West Ham fight back. Liverpool 5, West Ham United 2.
Yeah, they just get stretched, don't they, West Ham, as the ball's played out into that right-hand side, and it's Disasi who puts the ball into his own goal. But it's a brilliant ball from Cody Gakpo out to Frimpong, and he just tries to pick out Mohamed Salah, but then it actually clips Disasi, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, just goes into the net, and Liverpool now 5-2 up. You think that's far too much for West Ham to do?
Yeah, Disasi own goal. I was just running through the latest scores. Notts County 0, Grimsby 1, Oldham 2, Crawley 0. So Crawley still remain deep in trouble at the bottom of League 2, as now the West Ham supporters are leaving. And there's been a late goal at St James's Park. Lee Blakeman.
It's an equaliser at last for Newcastle. Jacob Murphy with it. Ball to the edge of the area. Murphy hit it first time through a crowd, hard and low. It has been coming. 8 minutes to go. Newcastle 2, Everton 2.
But there's been a twist at Turf Moor. Mas Faruqi.
Yeah, I spoke too soon. That Ian Fleming goal's been scrapped for offside in the build-up, so it remains Burnley 3, Brentford 3, but we've got 8 minutes still here for a dramatic twist.
Told you that Grimsby were leading at Notts County. Hibs have got an equaliser at Dundee. It's 2-2, and you're up to date with the goals as they go in. As now it is with Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai forward, couldn't find Salah. Back to Newcastle, Lee Blakeman.
Everton are back in front here, and I can't believe what I'm saying. Less than 60 seconds after the equaliser, Tieno Barry has just bundled in at the back post off a Dewsbury Hall cross. What a game! 7 minutes to go. Newcastle 2, Everton 3.
Going to need an abacus to try and toss up all the goals that were scored today.
I tell you what did he say about when you score a goal, you're at your most vulnerable, and Newcastle have done that twice today against Everton. Sounds like a brilliant game that these are.
Yeah, so 7 here, 6 at Turf Moor. That's the reason why I hesitated. I haven't scribbled off on my own crib sheet about that 4th goal.
Well, the problem is that when I saw you today, there was a picture that Gary showed us from 2018, and you said, I can't believe that was 6 years ago, and I was like, no, it's 8. So you can't count.
I've always maintained maths. I'm not very good with numbers, which is bizarre, bearing in mind I do this score service week in, week out. Lincoln 3, Blackpool 0. Mark Webber.
Yes, a 3-0. The goal scorer Rob Street last time comes provider on the right in the area. Passes to Dom Jeffries to sub. He rolls it in. Lincoln 3, Blackpool 0.
I'm under pressure to get through all the scores before the game's finished. The results earlier in League One: Leyton Orient 1, Barnsley 3, Northampton 1, Peterborough 1. So, Doncaster 0, Cardiff 3, Exeter 1, Bolton 4, Lincoln 3, Blackpool 0, Mansfield 2, Wimbledon 2, Port Vale 1, Luton Town 1, Reading 0, Bradford City 1, Rotherham lead Plymouth by a goal to 0, Stevenage 2, Stockport 1, Wigan 1, Huddersfield 0, Wickham 1, Burton Albion 0. It means that the top 4 in League One are all winning. And Yodi's going to come on for Gravenberg as well. Szoboszlai incidentally has been booked as well for Liverpool, as we have 4 minutes remaining. And where will we go next? Atif Nawaz watching the cricket.
Yes, it looks like Pakistan are going to win the battle but lose the war here. They're closing in on victory against Sri Lanka here in the T20 World Cup, but they needed to restrict Sri Lanka to 147 to qualify for the semi-finals. Otherwise, New Zealand would go through. At the moment, Sri Lanka 27 runs away from knocking Pakistan out of the World Cup, even if they do lose this match.
Commentary on Sports Extra 2. So Inyoni comes on for his 14th appearance, replacing Gravenberg. Liverpool leading West Ham by 5 goals to 2. The results earlier in the Championship: Derby 3, Blackburn Rovers 1, Leicester 0, Norwich City 2, Portsmouth 0, Hull City 1. Latest scores: Charlton 0, Wrexham 1. Phil Parkinson's side looking for a 5th win in 7. Coventry City the leaders against Mark Robbins, their former manager, drawing 1-1 against Stoke City. Ipswich 3, Swansea City 0, Oxford 2, West Bromwich Albion 1. And Gamoa dancing his way in the penalty area, one-handed save by Henderson keeps him out. Oxford United 2, West Brom 1, Preston 0, Millwall 1, QPR 0, Sheffield United 2, relegated Sheffield Wednesday 1, Southampton 3. And in the Premier League, the result: Bournemouth 1, Sunderland 1, Burnley 3, Brentford 3, Newcastle 2, Everton 3. Commentary to come of Leeds, Manchester City, as we go back to Coventry and Julia.
Coventry 1, Stoke 1, and Coventry are putting everything they can into the box. Frank Lampard is kicking every ball. They can't break down Stoke. It's Coventry 1, Stoke 1.
Wickham 2, Burton Albion 0. Now Dundee 2, Hibs 3. Reading have got an equaliser against Bradford City. Reading 1, Bradford City 1 in League One. We've got 2.5 minutes remaining. Stephen.
Just keeping an eye on Mavropanos as he collided with Milos Kerkez and went down to ground almost like he got a blow to the ribs, but it was Ingamoa who picked the ball up on the left-hand side. Huge cheers as he took on 2 players, managed to get his shot away, and then just the crowd shouting his name out as they chanted Rio. They love him here. They're desperate to see him on the pitch more, and just flashes that you see from him show why everyone's so excited for him.
Well, here is Kerkez waiting to take the throw. Gets the ball back. We're inside the last 2 minutes of normal time. It was going to be a double substitution now for West Ham United. Wickham 3, Burton Albion 0 is the latest score, and Lincoln have rattled in a 4th against Blackpool. They're going to go 17 games unbeaten, and so Lincoln 4, Blackpool 0 from Sincil Bank. The 2 players who are going to be coming on for West Ham, Mohamedou Kante, and the other player is going to be Ezra Mayers, who's going to be coming on for West Ham, who travel to Fulham on Wednesday night in their next Premier League game. That relegation situation, Scott Parker will be thinking, oh, if only that goal hadn't have been disallowed. And they threatened to go 4-3 up at Turf Moor when they were 3-0 down. As it stands, it's 3-3. West Ham now with Malik Diouf. Behind for a corner kick. Last touch came off. Salah, we're inside the last 6. Oh no, goal kick it'll be. Stephen. We'll get the news of the goal from Mark Webber at Lincoln.
Yes, 4-0, 17 games unbeaten now for Lincoln surely. Sir Brian Oney on the area, narrow angle lock-in, Lincoln 4, Blackpool 0.
Soucek's coming off, Kante's coming on, Malik Diouf is the other player who's going to come off for Ezri Myers, the 19-year-old defender for West Ham. We'll just find out how much stoppage time there will be, as Nuno Espirito Santo, who has lost more Premier League games against Liverpool than any other side. This will be a 9th defeat in his career in the English top flight. And we are going to have 7 minutes of added time.
Are you okay?
No.
Like Gary held his fingers up there, and you took so long to work out how many he was holding up.
Can I just say, when my maths is bad...
You're having a bad day.
It's not that bad. Here is, talking of number 7, Somerville. Back towards Disassi. Hits the legs of Kante, and then there was caught in the face was Disassi by a stray boot. And that will be a stoppage in play, and Gakpo pleads his innocence to Finn Roberts.
Well, he's worried because he's already been booked that it's a high boot, but it was purely accidental. I mean, he's tried to play it over his shoulder. Sassi's leaned over him to go and win the header, so purely accidental.
Tranmere Rovers, who were leading for large parts of the game at Gristy Road, they've lost 8 of their last 9, and they've just conceded in injury time. Crewe 2, Tranmere 1 is the latest score in League 2.
I hope the lines held up well at Crewe. Just put some new lines in, and Gary was there yesterday checking them. He was doing his job, making sure he was doing a good job yesterday.
Oh, teacher's pet.
No, someone's got to... He's the one who makes us work, isn't he? Gets us on the line.
He's not the one who's putting me under pressure. As Frimpong darts forward away over on that far side, he makes good ground on the right. Oh, and put over the top. It was Trey Nyoni who was arriving late in the penalty area, right-footed with the goal gaping.
They couldn't have wished for a better opportunity to score a goal at Anfield. Brilliant from Frimpong down that right-hand side, and that's the difference. That's what he brings. He's more attack-minded. He's so quick, but then he's got the presence of mind to pick out Nyoni. He should do better. He's leaning back. It's almost like he can see the goal before he puts it in the back of the net. Gets a little bit too excited. Blazes it over the bar.
West Ham are fearing relegation. Millwall are dreaming of promotion. They could be moving to within a point of second place Middlesbrough. Sally Rudavacula.
Because they've scored a second here. Preston 0, Millwall 2. Wonderful work down the right-hand flank by Femi Aziz, and he crosses for Luke Cundle to tap home. Preston North End 0, Millwall 2.
And Motherwell have won by 2 goals to 0. They've beaten Dundee United. They move to within a point of Celtic to Motherwell. Remember, Rangers Celtic midday live tomorrow afternoon. But here we are into stoppage time. Liverpool 5, West Ham United 2. Liverpool looking for more goals, and Mo Salah will be desperate to end a goal drought of 9 games in the Premier League as he cuts inside and still going. He stumbles and then gives the ball away. Liverpool then try and win it back and succeed. Van Dijk towards McAllister. McAllister's forward ball to Kirkes. Back with Van Dijk. What a strange game it's been, hasn't it?
It's been very odd. I mean, it's been poor at times from Liverpool. Defensively, West Ham have been all over the place but carried a threat up front. It's been a very, very strange game. Very strange atmosphere as well.
Dundee have got an injury time equaliser at home to Hibs. Dundee 3, Hibs 3. Castellanos picks this ball out of the air, controls it, cushion touch with his right boot, waits for the supporting run of Mayers, waits, then passes the ball in field. This is Kante. Tall and lean in the West Ham midfield. Somerville got it, couldn't get there though. As it runs through, West Ham though still have the ball in possession. And now this is Somerville once again, looking for a shooting opportunity. Once scored a winner here for Leeds United against Liverpool. We'll be at Leeds for commentary at 5:30 against that game against Manchester City, as West Ham United win a corner. And there has been a late goal at Turf Moor. Who to this time? Mas Faruqi.
Absolute heartbreak for Burnley. Players slumped on the turf because Mikel Damsgaard has scored a 4th for Brentford in the 93rd minute, his second of the match. And after leading this match 3-0 at one point, they now lead again 4-3 Brentford. Burnley 3, Brentford 4, 93 minutes played.
21 goals scored in the 4 games in the Premier League today that you can watch on Match of the Day tonight, BBC One at 10:30. The goals will actually be available on the BBC Sport website from 8, but it'll be extended highlights on Match of the Day. But what an incredible game at Turf Moor. 7 goals there, 7 goals here. Have we got time for an 8th? There's Gakpo with Liverpool leading 5-2. Runs at the heart of the West Ham defence. Out towards Salah. Salah enters the area. Salah shoots, blocked and turned behind by Disassi for a corner kick.
Yeah, never passing it, was he, Mohamed Salah? Gakpo wanted it, played back into him. A nice smile from Cody Gakpo as he looks across at Mohamed Salah. Now another opportunity for Liverpool to put the ball into the area, and West Ham have been so poor from set pieces in the way that they've tried to defend them this afternoon.
When I said it was the top four all leading in League One, it is the top three, because Bradford City, who are 1-0 up, have conceded in a 97th minute winner for Reading. Reading 2, Bradford City 1. Corner kick for Liverpool. Other late goals, Doncaster 0, Cardiff 4. In comes the corner kick, headed away in the near post by Bowen. Won't quite reach for Szoboszlai. West Ham can break. But Hearts have beaten Aberdeen by a goal to 0. So they are 7 points clear of Rangers and 9 points clear of Celtic, ahead of the Old Firm tomorrow. And at the top of the Championship, there's been a goal at Coventry. Julia Bolt.
It's Coventry 2, Stoke 1. The league leaders take a very late lead, and it is Jack Redoni who has got the goal. There was a mess up at the back by Stoke, and it's Coventry 2, Stoke 1.
Exeter 1, Bolton Wanderers 5 is a latest score. That'll be a fourth straight win for Coventry, incidentally. Back to Newcastle, Lee Blakeman.
Newcastle have hit the bar in the 94th minute. Cross cleared. Tonali on the volley, 22 yards out, and Pickford's made the save of the season to tip it onto the bar. Newcastle 2, Everton 3.
Commentary, if that is on Sports Extra. Let's get news of that latest goal for Cardiff. Rob Law.
And it's Callum Robinson, his first since December, to round off a resounding win for Cardiff City to keep them top. Doncaster 0, Cardiff 4.
Here is Somerville for West Ham United. Castellanos wants the ball into the penalty area. He's currently trying to hold his line. Now it bypasses Castellanos towards Bowen. Quickly closed down though by the Liverpool defence, and then Van Dijk clears the ball away. What are your thoughts then, Stephen, as we come to the end of this contest?
Yeah, I think we've seen from Liverpool that it has been that inconsistency that they've had throughout the season. We've seen it throughout the game where some of it's been brilliant, some of it's been really, really poor. From a West Ham point of view, is that they carry a threat. They've got that ability on the break, in positions high up the pitch, but ultimately they've let themselves down today.
Well, thanks to Stephen Warnock. You'll hear more of him in Sports Report. It has finished. Liverpool beating West Ham by 5 goals to 2. Just 2